I'm the director of True Blue Plus. I'm working in the hydrogen sector, specifically white hydrogen or natural hydrogen. So I'm assuming most of the guests here are scientists or in the academic field. So as you guys should be aware of thermodynamics, so green hydrogen, it is going through some challenges. Till date, thinking from an industry point of view, there's billions have been spent on the green hydrogen projects, but till date, there's not one commercially viable plan globally till date. So this is a serious issue. So in the till date, I think for FID, which is the financial investment decisions, about 39 billion has been spent. And they have planned to about in pre-development of $500 billion for this green hydrogen sector. But if you go back to thermodynamics, electrolyzers is a 200-year-old technology. Yes, there were a lot of promises, but till date, nothing has been delivered. So it is a concern now to a lot of investors, obviously backtracking. Most recently, BP has cancelled a $55 billion project up in Pilbara in West Australia. So this is what's happening in the industry. Myself, I have worked as a project engineer or senior project engineer, working up for Fortescue or for Rio Tinto, building those green hydrogen plants up in Gladstone in northern Queensland. So I've worked on the physical sites as well as on the consulting side as well. So my business focuses purely on the natural hydrogen, which is considered as white hydrogen, because we work on a concept called the PHE, which means the primordial hydrotic earth, essentially saying the earth's core is a metal hydride, which is constantly releasing hydrogen gas. The only current well which is actively operating as a white hydrogen well globally is in Mali, in West Africa, which was discovered purely by accident. So this is about 13 years old. It's been using every day, producing about 130 kilograms per day. So it is an active well. That's the only current active well on the planet. So it does work. It is actually happening, but again, it's still a very new sector, this white hydrogen sector. So that's why I'm quite excited to be working with this. I do have partners in Australia and Germany. Essentially, we are working on the entire full supply chain cycle for hydrogen, be it from the extraction from white, also to the transportation as well. Because we're also working with my company, with my partners in Germany, on technology of making hydrogen into a compound via iron ore, right? It can be done with current methods, but it's very, very cost extensive, high pressure, high heat. However, we apply a non-orthodox approach, essentially using less heat, low heat and low pressure to infuse it into a stable state. Why is this important? This could also be added for the green iron, green steel, hence to send to Japan. So as Dr. Rajesh was showing the picture of the shipping LH2, yes, it does work, but it's not commercially viable, unfortunately, just because, first of all, green hydrogen is very expensive. The second issue is transporting as well. It's still a quite extensive process because we can maintain that negative temperature of minus 253 degrees. With our technology, once you have it, the compound, it's safe. You can use existing infrastructure, existing ports, and plus it's stable, it's safe. There's no issue of being explosives or catching on fire and so and so. And the beauty of this technology is you can just dilute it into water and it naturally releases the hydrogen gas, which can be used to then for other purposes or directly for the steel industry, put into the DRI, which is the direct reduced iron smelters, and just burn it up, and basically that can cover 50% of the DRI process as well. So just recap, unfortunately, green hydrogen is not just commercially viable. Yes, there may be subsidies, but without subsidies, this will one unfortunately survive just because it was never meant, I would say, to be commercially viable. I don't know why so many investors jumped on board, but I think just because it was hyped up, but now I've realized the issues. That's why a lot of people actually stepping down of these projects. Yes, hydrogen still has a future, but it has to be done in a way that actually can be scalable and commercially viable, most importantly. Again, another issue for Australia, country like Australia, water is the very scarce commodity. So depending on the water to make it as a byproduct, energy product, that's not really a commercially viable option to have for Australia.